Okay, so hey guys, I just wanted to touch on something real quick. Um, a commenter had made a comment on on one of my previous videos, which was the November 29th video, that they thought they saw an object in the 131 camera that they thought could be ISON for the SDO cameras. And I actually had touched on it's a very good point, and it's a very good catch, but I actually did touch on this in the video on this exact same frame, and I was going to explain, and it was in that video while I was talking about this frame that I was going to explain and give a comparison of what a comet should look like on the SDO cameras, and I totally went through that video and completely forgot to show that. But let me show you what the commenter was talking about and what I was talking about on the video. This is the object that he was referring to that he thought may have been ISON. Now, notice the timestamp right here in case you guys want to go to the website and check this out for yourself. This is during the perihelion stage. Here's your timestamp. Here's the object. Okay. This is not ISON. This is just some transient object that came in view of the camera. And there's two good reasons why I can tell you that. One, it's pretty far away. And number two, it's actually facing the wrong direction. So it's not traveling where it should be if it was ISON. So let me give you a couple other examples of this, and I've got a better example that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Here's another object. This was on the 193 camera. It was also for perihelion. Note the time in case you want to go to the website and check this out for yourself so you can look at the frame. You know, there's plenty of little objects like this that are popping up in and out of frames on all of the cameras. Most of them are going to be found in the perihelion stage. I found over a dozen in all 4 cameras for the perihelion stage. I found a couple on the approach stage. It was in the 193 and 171 camera. And then I found one that was on the departure camera. Now, these are the ones that were just blatant. And again, these are not, none of these are ISON. These are just simply some transient objects and material that came into frame or came into view of the camera, and then they were popping back out. So, but I'm going to show you another good reason why these cannot be mistaken for ISON. Here's another one right here. Okay, this is the 171 camera. This is the approach 171 camera. Note the time so you can take a look at it for yourself. But if you remember, for the approach, ISON's projected path, and we know that it followed it well because we were able to look at where ISON truly was based off of the LASCO C2 and the LASCO C3 cameras. So we know it followed its path. ISON would have came in through here, somewhere in this area. It would have came in and gone up. And look where this is. This is not ISON. None of these images are ISON. These are just transient objects and materials that were coming into view of the cameras. And again, if you want to take a look at those for yourself, my suggestion is to go to the perihelion stage. That area was very, very active, and stuff was popping in and out of the cameras in different frames during the perihelion stage. And it's just because of this specific area the cameras were pointed to, where they were positioned at when they wanted to catch ISON at the perihelion stage. There was just a lot of activity in that area. But you got to remember that the solar system is a very, very busy place. So this is not rare. It's not unusual. Things like this are popping up on the SDO cameras all the time. Similar things, they don't look like this, obviously, but on the Secchi cameras and stuff like that, you'll see stuff go in and out, stuff that it's catching, and it's normal. Stuff is going to do that. It's a busy, busy solar system. But let me show you what we expected to see. This is Lovejoy, and this was caught on the SDO camera. Remember, Lovejoy was back in 2011. I think this may have been actually one of the very first comets, if not the first comet to be caught by the SDO camera. Remember that the SDO cameras were not active until 2010. Lovejoy came in 2011 and was caught by the SDO cameras. And this is Lovejoy right here. That's Lovejoy approaching the sun's atmosphere. Here's the sun, here's the atmosphere, and it's coming in. Now, here's the departure, and this is where Lovejoy re-emerged. And this is a little bit more subtle, but do you see it? There it is right there. That's Lovejoy when it popped back out from around the sun. And it surprised the hell out of everybody, to be honest with you. Everybody was saying that Lovejoy didn't survive. We saw it approach, we saw it disappear, but we didn't see it reemerge right away. And the assumption was, kind of like what happened back on Thanksgiving Day with ISON, was that it didn't make it. And then we saw some frames come through, and lo and behold, Lovejoy had shot out like a bullet from around the sun. So it was our first indication that it did make it. But, you know, again, you're going to get transient objects coming in and out. It was a very good catch. The commenter that was talking about this, again, I also had noted this on the video because I knew somebody was probably going to be catching some of these more blatant ones and mistake it for ISON. So I actually had touched on this in the November 29th video. But again, these are just nothing but transient objects and material that's coming in and out of the view of the cameras. And that's on just about all of them. So God bless you guys. Love you guys. Take care. And have a great weekend.